Hello YouTube, my name is Justus, and today we're going to be looking at intervals video part 2. In my last video, and if you haven't seen it, it's a beginner video for teaching you the intervals through an octave, you know? So essentially, this video is going to be a part 2 to that video, or I guess a remastered, where you guys have learned all the intervals through an octave. And today we're going to be talking about, I guess, just part 2. So you have the perfect octave, and then you have 11s. So imagine if you were going to, or actually 9s. So imagine you were going to count from 1. Oh yeah, also the last video was on a keyboard. This one's on a full piano, just because it's a little bit easier to hear the sound, and actually the quality of the sound, the interactions between the intervals is just a whole lot easier to hear on a piano. So if you go through, so if you count from 1, if you count from 1 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you have this octave. But what if you go further? Well, you can do a 9. From this 9, you could have, and like again, we're in C, so this is a major 9. If you go down a half step, you can do a minor 9. So you're here, a major 9. And if you go up a half step, you can do an augmented 9. It's a little bit far to reach out. That's about as far as I can reach. So an augmented 9. So from here you could go to a 10, so a major 10. You can hear it sounds just like a major major third, because that is what it is. But you're just taking the third and moving it up here. Yep. So, perfect octave, major 9, 10, major 11, and you can continue on. So, augmented 11, major 12, to major 12, augmented 12, major 13th, augmented 13th, major 14th, major 15th, or a double perfect octave. I'm sure it has a better name, but past this point, you're just starting to get into things that you only write down in jazz. And when you write in jazz, you might as well just make up words. So when you do this, you really want to listen for the quality of the sound to try and identify what interval it is. For example, with the minor third, it's familiar. Listen to that interaction. What you're listening for is the sound to loop. And that right there, because this is an interaction between this note and this note that are at 2 different frequencies, sometimes the notes will sync up and sometimes they'll be out of sync. And whenever the 2 frequencies match up, then you'll hear a pulse of sound. And that's one way to identify what the interval it is. And really with the major third, you're familiar with the sound. And then a fourth, you feel a little bit open, but it sounds happy, but it feels like, where are you gonna go? You're gonna go third. So you don't know what's going to happen. Now, I'll tell you, when I was first learning how to identify intervals, the fourth and the fifth always tripped me up. Why was it so hard? Because look at it. For example, we're going to go here. So this is the fourth here, is a C and a G. Or C, yeah, so this is the fourth here, this is a C and the F. Well, if you look, this is a C and an F. This is a fifth, and it's a C and an F. And this is a fourth, and it's a C and an F. Because of that, I was always very confused about which interval I was listening to. Just a tip for listening for it is a fourth sounds a little bit more closed, and a fifth sounds a little bit more open. And when you start to listen for the difference, you can hear the difference even with the same notes. Like, for example, our C and F. Versus C and F. Oops. So you can hear that open space. Anyways, guys, this is a video that I made. I figured it would be easier to hear the sound difference on a piano so you guys can listen to it. Anyways, thanks for watching. The card somewhere will point you to other videos. Make new one about music theory every week on Theory Thursday. Anyways, guys, peace.